Your favorite movie might be government propaganda. Hollywood has worked with the US government for decades. According to researcher Roger Stahl, the Pentagon and CIA have exercised direct editorial contact over more than 2,500 movies and TV shows. Also, this relationship is not a secret. It's right on the DoD's website. Now, working with the government on a film could be very appealing to filmmakers because they could provide a lot of equipment that they otherwise wouldn't be able to afford. But there's an obvious catch. Today, the Pentagon can loan productions billions of dollars worth of equipment and exclusive locations. The Pentagon will not approve of a project unless they have absolute control over the script. So unless it fits the realistic and positive portrayal of the military or the government like they would want it to, they will shut the project down or pull their funding. Basically, the government is not going to fund its own anti-war films. So this relationship could be dated back to World War II, when the Army Air Forces created the first motion picture unit. Their motto was, "We kill 'em with film 'em." Hoorah. So made 400 plus training videos and propaganda videos with stars like James Stewart, Clark Gable, and Ronald Reagan. And film was really important for the war effort because especially at this time, it could really manipulate and control cultural consensus. But after the war ended and Hollywood decided to declare a new war on communism, that's where things became a little bit more nefarious. There was a report in the New York Times back in the early 2000s by Lawrence Zuckerman who reported that the CIA secretly acquired the rights to Animal Farm after George Orwell's death and financed the 1954 animated adaptation. Most notably, they had altered the ending. They removed the human farmers so that the allegory no longer equated capitalism and communism, but instead became a clear anti-Soviet parable. The CIA repeated the strategy again when they funded the 1956 adaptation of 1984. They changed Orwell's grim ending where Winston surrenders to Big Brother into a defiant last stand, which created a counter-revolution narrative. Now, the list of films funded by the government is very long. Some notable ones include all the Transformer films, Iron Man 1 and 2, Top Gun, and the first Avengers film. But just because the military is portrayed in a film doesn't mean it had government backing. The Hurt Locker actually tried to get support from the military, but when Catherine Bigelow disagreed with them over the script, she would not make any changes to it and they pulled their support. I don't think this is a hot take, but I widely reject the idea of using film to manipulate people. However, I do understand why this relationship exists. I don't want to sit here on a high horse and pretend that I don't like movies like Top Gun or Iron Man, but the thing is I'm not going to go and enlist in the military right after watching those movies because I recognize that those movies are entertaining, but they're kind of dishonest, especially when there is a huge narrative surrounding a movie like Top Gun saying that it helped bring awareness to the Navy and upped recruitment. I don't think this topic is widely discussed enough. Part of it is likely due to the manipulative nature that this is used in and will likely continue to be used in. Luckily, this information is widely available. It takes a little work to find it, but it is out there. I think this is a good lesson in media literacy. Instead of just passively accepting what a film is trying to say, we should really just let it soak in and think about what it's trying to communicate to us.